Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. In this video I'd like to respond to a request from one of my subscribers who'd like to know what I'm carrying in my haversack today. He saw my old video and wants to know what I'm doing now. And he's got a point, so me and Nugget are going to discuss it today. So, let's get going. This is my haversack today. As you remember, in my original video I had a black bag. That was my living history one that I carried when I was a buckskinner. As I pared down and went through my gear and I learned a lot, that's what this is all about, us learning from each other. I learned a lot of things and I was able to slim it down. And one day as I was slimming it down, it dawned on me that I had got back to very much what I'd had when I started in the early 1970s. Very little gear and getting small gear to do multiple tasks. Well, back in them days, this is what I carried. Now, this is a canvas M14 pouch, military surplus. This is a compass pouch, and this is the carrying strap that you get from surplus. Mine cost $1. Notice that, very thrifty. That you get to carry a canteen or something like that. This is what I carried back in those days. In fact, this is the original one. Still got my name on it. From back whenever we ran up and down the creeks and stuff as boys. In those days I wore a pair of U.S. Army jungle boots, a pair of blue jeans, a cotton t-shirt, a U.S. Army jungle fatigue shirt, a bush hat or a big old hat like this, something to protect your face. I carried a K-bar knife. I carried a blanket roll like this that had a U.S. poncho in it, a small cook pot, a 100% wool blanket, a way to make fire, a U.S. Army canteen cup, canteen, about 1.5 foot of folded up heavy aluminum foil, a compass pouch on my belt with a box of 22s and a .22 rifle. That was it. For over 2 years when we went, that's all we carried, me and my brothers. Everybody had the same kit. We'd come home from school, we'd grab it, and we'd go to the woods. It's amazing how you go in a circle, because now I'm back to much of the same thing. So, I would like to show you what I have found and what I'm carrying right now, as opposed to that first video. A lot of these things are going to be the same, but there'll be some little variations. Let me set up and get it where you can focus down here and see the stuff more clearly, and I'll show you what I'm carrying. Stay with me. Be right back. Okay, guys, I apologize for the dog barking now. Sir Bark's a lot busy today. It ain't Nugget. It's the other dog on the other side of the fence. Okay, here we go. Again, this is a U.S. Army M14 pouch. Now, on the outside of it, I carry one of these key fob temperature gauges. Gives me an idea of how hot it is, how cold, etc. Just a little nicety. In this one, I normally carry my compass, Ranger beads, and etc. Right now, I've got shotgun shells in it because I'm toting a single shot 20 in the field for snakes and etc. So I want, my ammunition handy. Now, inside I have a match safe, waterproof matches with a supply of duct tape on it, and there are 2 sewing needles inside of this. It's got cellophane on them so that the tape doesn't stick to the sewing thread, but it's underneath for fine thread. So if I need to sew me up, it's actually a little suture I got there in case. Standard matches, and what I've done is I've taken the emery off the side of the box and I have folded it into an L pattern, slid it down in here. Now there's another one in the bottom that has been folded in an L pattern like that. Why? That way, no matter what, I can't pull it out. It's trapped. So if I lose this emery for whatever reason, it gets wet, it gets lost, it gets left behind. If I pull out like this, my finger slips and it goes and flies off into the bush, I've got another one stuck inside that I can get to safely. That's my match safe. Now, still carrying my folding saw in here. Now this is one of those wonder tools you pick up. It's supposed to have a blade in it that'll cut anything. MXZ saw, I think they called it. But it's a good aluminum handle, and you spin this off, and reciprocating blades for a reciprocating saw drop in to it. Makes it very easy to change. This is one of my very first videos. It allows me the ability to change blades fairly quickly. And I can put a blade in there like this one that's pretty aggressive teeth. I can saw through metal, I can saw through plastic, wood, whatever. Great thing to have. And why do I like this better than a Baco Laplander or something like that? Changeable blades. If I get into a situation where I have to basically sacrifice that blade for something, I can also use this as a good fire striker. I can change the blade. I'm not out of $30 saw. Now, the EDC set. I have a can opener in here. Trust me, it comes in handy. I have a dog tag on it that's got my name, information on it, so that they can identify the body should I really mess up. I have one of the Swiss fire steels in here. I have a very loud signaling whistle that is bright orange so I can see my entire set easily. I have a finger light like pilots use. It's got several settings and allows me to have an emergency source of light if I need it. I also have a backup button compass in here, again for emergencies. I have a supply of black duct tape with another repair needle inside, and it's wrapped up with some heavy, thick brown thread underneath that, and a lighter. Now the thread actually comes up here and jams the depression tab that you squeeze to light it up, so it cannot actually become depressed inside the pack and I lose my gas. I have a piece of metal for a striker, and I have a diamond sharpening bar that I picked up that allows me to sharpen my knives and tools and etc. Fairly efficient. I have my primary compass that I showed in my nail a compass video that rides in here. Very light, doesn't weigh anything. It's got a good lanyard on it, and if I'm actively needing it, this will come out and go clipped up here onto my coat or my running gear so that I've got quick and easy access to it, or it'll go in here. Someplace I can get it to check my coordinates quickly. 1750s tinder kit. Now in here I have fire straws like you've seen in my videos, char cloth, shredded cedar bark, several forms of tinder, and a couple of little tiny birthday candles. Something that'll get me a fire fairly quickly, and a fairly secure little pouch. Now, my backup knife. This is just an extra Swiss Army knife that I picked up for nothing. It's a really good quality one, and I've razor edged it on all the blades. Why does this ride in here? Because there will be times you will want a absolutely razor edged knife. Suppose I have got a deep thorn or something into me, something I have got to cut out of me. I want the sharpest possible knife. My using knife is usually sharp, but I want one that's absolutely as sharp as I can get. This thing is a thin blade. It's like a razor blade. And if I do have to cut into me to get something out, this is the one I'm going to use. It'd be easy to sterilize too. It's stainless steel blades. It'd be easy for me to very quickly sterilize it and use it if I had to. I am not advocating cutting yourself for snake bite. Don't read that into there, guys. I'm talking about something where I have to cut something off, like a big old hunk of flesh. The skin is hanging, where I got to cut it loose in order to get free, or something like that. Or I've got something jabbed through the hand. If I just cut the meat and pull it out, it'd be quicker. Or open something up, or something's jobbed under. Those stupid things. Trust me, I've had to cut thorns out of my feet before with these things. Cordage, lots of cordage. Bank line is what that is. Now, this is a little supply of duct tape. Found this on the web how to do this. In the center of this is one of them white Bic pens that you see everywhere. They're the super cheap little pens that are blue or black ink. Well, that white main body, you take it, chuck it up into a drill, and slowly turn it and feed duct tape onto it and make little rolls of duct tape. I just fed some paracord through the middle of it, because with that I can do this. I can stick my thumb through one, my fingertip through the other, like that, and it will turn on that so I can go zzzt, zzzt, just like doing a roll of tape. Handy supply. This can be used for first aid, repair, cordage, fire starting, you understand. My actual first aid kit. Now all that's in here are some Band-Aids, an alcohol swab. I think there's a suture in there so that I can use my multi-tool if I have to. But I'm going to avoid that if at all possible. Between what's in here And this and a bandana, that should handle 90% of the stuff I can handle in the field. Anything else, I need an emergency room. I need to be getting out of there. That's it, guys. That's all I'm carrying. Now, the rest would be, of course, canteen stuff. That's separate things. But in my Haversack, this is it. That covers almost all my bases right there, because the bulk of what I'm going to need is going to be right here. These are redundancies and backups, the things I'm already carrying on my belt. But I need these to guarantee that I've got everything I need at my disposal. I can quickly pull it out and grab it. There it is. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So, this is what I carry in a Haversack. This is my quick access stuff that I'm going to be needing in the field. Now, I know there are a lot more elaborate kits out there. Where's your shelter? Where's your whatever? Well, I carry those in different ways. Don't think you have to carry everything exactly the way that this guy over here carries or that guy over there. It's how you need to carry it. Now, as I already showed in the beginning, and I did a recent video, I hope I put it up before this one, I show how to make a blanket roll. Now, that's got my shelter, my hammock, and all my other stuff in it. So this really becomes like a little tool bag for the quick grabs that I want to keep in one centralized place. With this, I can build a fire. I can make my life comfortable. Now, I live in the eastern woodlands. I live in the south. And down here, the most common problem is dehydration and heat, more than cold and snow. That's up north. We do have cold, and when that happens, I carry different things. But for the most part, like 8 or 9 months out of the year, if I got stuck out here overnight, all I got to do is build a fire and just hunker down and wait. You know, sun up will come soon enough, and I'll find my way back out of here. I don't have to worry about true survival that much. But Murphy's a mean old bastard. If I broke a leg, if I fell down and I've been stabbed in an area I can't see, and I got a limb broke off in me or something like that, and I cannot move around, I have the basics here and what I'm carrying to affect my survival. I can build a signaling fire. I have a whistle for signaling. I have something shiny that with a little bit of polishing, which can be done on the side of a pants leg, it will shine up, and I can use for flashing. I have the ability to make fire 2 or 3 different ways. I have several abilities that's going to give me time for somebody to come find me. Because that's all a Haversack is. It's those little things that make your life a little bit better. Now, here's your challenge, guys. I want you to think about what each thing in your Haversack does. Can item A, item B, item C be made to do more than one job? Maybe I can eliminate something. Or maybe I need to add something. Play the scenarios out in your head. Okay, I'm going through the woods and I break my leg. Can I spend the night with what I got? Can I build a fire? Do I have the ability to, I don't have a lot of strength, you know, can I saw? It'd be easier for me to saw than it would be for me to try to physically break something if I'm hurt like that. What if I got a broke arm? Can I use this both-handed? Yeah. You know, can I use it to go bonk, 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 bonk to signal with? Yeah. Things like that. You know, look at your stuff and play out the scenarios in your mind of what they're going to be used for. See what you can come up with. Thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the comments and all the support. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Me and Nugget the Wonder Dog. And I want to say something right quick. My friend Nugget here. I got Nugget in a left-handed kind of way. Best we can figure out, a hawk stole him from his mama and dropped it. And a teenage daughter of a friend of mine found him on the side of the road. He would fit in your hand. He wasn't that big. You know, he really wasn't. He wasn't much bigger than that. And we thought it was a little dog. When we found it, well, rather I should say, the teenage girl found it. She put it in the back of her boyfriend's pickup truck, and 12 hours later she remembered telling her mama that she found a puppy and it was in the back of the truck. When the mama found it, it was very dehydrated, very sick, and the wounds had maggots in them. Took it to the vet. The mom couldn't keep it. Brought it to me and my wife to raise. Nugget has survived being blind in one eye and all kinds of problems. But he's just a good little woods buddy. And this is his first video where he's got the opportunity to come out with me. I just wanted to say hey for Nugget. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.